check out my bling bling with my filter jumping off. Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's me, your homegirl Adosha Wright, and we are going to be discussing some do's and don'ts of box braid hairstyle. Okay, so I just want you guys to understand that box braids and cornrow braids and twisting, all these various hairstyles are very cool, provided we are not having those put in too tight or, in a very dangerous manner, like too much hair, on the braid, or, allergic reactions to the hair. Please make sure that your braids are not this tight. These hairstyles, they look really nice, but if you look a little bit closer, or as we say, upon further inspection, as you can see, this is way too tight for her hairline. We see some puffiness around the hairline. For sure, when that style comes out, definitely going to see some hair loss. Damage to the scalp means hair loss. Damage to the follicle sometimes can result in permanent hair loss. So I have a video here of a client who's almost at risk of losing her hairline if she does not stop getting her hair braided too tight. So we see a few warning signs already. So I'm just going to show you the video and you can see for yourself. Welcome to another episode of What They Don't Tell You at the Hair Salon. It's me, your homegirl Adosha Wright. I'm just going to go over a little bit about braiding the hair too tight. So here we have a guest who just came out of some braids, and her hair, you can see, was called the follicle sheath. Sometimes people often mistaken that for nice lice knits or something of that nature, when in fact, and the reason why we know that they're not lice knits is because, these are not hard. Lice knits, this would be really hard on the hair, okay? So what this actually is called the follicle sheath. So have her hold up a little bit of this here. Oops, so there we go. So this here is your follicle. So the hair is growing out of the little tiny hole called a follicle, and it's encased inside a section called the follicle sheath. And so down to the sheath, you're gonna have your hair bow, okay? And so when the hair is braided too tight, you end up pulling this outer layer, if you will, for lack of better words. And so you're pulling it out with the hair, and you can see it come protrude from the skin. And so that's what you're seeing here. And this is the beginning signs of, if you do this too much, then you'll begin to lose the hair itself. Also, once you kill the follicle off, you guys gotta understand that the hair will not grow back. So we can see, if we go examine a little bit closer, we can see the tuggingness on the braids, because you can see some little, nodular, little bumps on the scalp there. So I'll just move my finger there so you guys can see. We do have the scalp that's nice and clean, but we can clearly see that she's got, some, little tenderness from pulling too tight. And so we can see this is actually, starting to come out just looking at these little mouth of the follicles here. And this is why hair and scalp analysis are important at every visit. So I did share with her to speak with her braider that she's definitely braiding and pulling the hair a little too tight, and you can see it kind of falling off. So if these were knits, that surely would not be the case, because knits, you really have to pick them off the hair, whereas these, as you can see, it's just kind of just moving out, all right? So there you have it. Watch out with that tight braiding. And if you look a little closer, you can even see it's kind of like a little pinkish a little bit. So let's just be very, very careful. All right, guys, you know what to say. when I'm signing out. Oh, by the way, don't forget to check out my book at lwrightbooks.com. Also on Amazon at amazon.com /Ladosha Wright. So there you have it. I will show you the finished results. Don't braid so tight, guys. All right. Okay, guys. So as you can see, that tight braiding is a big don't do it, because what the naked eye can see, sometimes what lies beneath is always a little bit more than what we can see with our naked eye. Here are some photos, some images of what tight braiding looks like, and it also feels uncomfortable. So please don't do this to your hair. Don't leave your braids in too long. It promotes traction alopecia, because the friction of the artificial hair with your regrowth can prove to be very damaging and puts the hair at risk. This type of aggressive styling is not limited to everyday people. As you can see, celebrities also fall victim to that type of tight braiding as well. So just be careful, guys. Be safe out here. And pay attention, and if it doesn't feel right, be forthright. Braiders, make sure you're asking, are you braiding too tight? So do the right thing by your customers, do the right thing by your hair. Watch out for your children. Make sure your children's hair are not being braided too tight. We're back, and this is her hair all smoothed out. So again, as you can see, this is called the follicle sheath, and that comes from pulling the hair really tight. And what happens is you'll pull the, I want to say like membrane is the word I was struggling with, that will come out of the follicle. And if you look closely, you can see what's happening right there. It's actually starting to come out. And sometimes, like I said, people confuse this with knits or whatever, but it's not. It's actually the sheath or like a membrane that's coming out from pulling the hair too tight. So when you're getting your hair braided, if you feel the braider pulling your hair too tight, be vocal and say it's too tight. Sometimes after the braiding and the hair is added, the hair may kind of pull a little. If it feels uncomfortable, I would go ahead on and ask the braider to take the hair down because it's pulling too tight. And this is why I'm a very staunch advocate for natural braiders and everybody, getting more education so that they can understand what's happening to the hair beyond the naked eye. Because when you put oil and product and waxes on it, you probably wouldn't even be able to recognize that, or maybe you may not recognize the strength of the tug when you're going to braid the hair. So her follicle is it's safe. I am going to put some product on there. Actually, I'm going to use some Nature's Blessing. I'm going to put a little bit of Nature Blessing on the scalp to just kind of alleviate it and nourish the follicle so that the hair can, get some strength, some nourishment to grow back. So that's it. This is the finished results of her silk press, or flat iron. Y'all call it silk press. Y'all know, man, I got time for that. All right, so there it is. She's nice and all smoothed out. No flat iron a la silk press. And her hair is in good condition. We just want to make sure that she knows, watch out for the tight braiding. All right, guys, if you liked this video, please hit the subscribe, thumbs up. Oh, and don't forget to share. All right, have a great day. Okay, so I hope you found that segment of do's very helpful. Here are some images of some box braid styles that are very doable. As you can see here, not too tight, but definitely secure enough so that the braids will stay. Be sure to have a consultation. Have fun with your hair. If something doesn't seem right, go ahead on and take it out. All right, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are liking my information. Also, check out my podcast, guys. It's been rated as one of the top 25 hairstylist podcasts to listen to in 2021. And I got that Amazon store with my books are on there, What They Don't Tell You at the Hair Salon. Also, my children's book, curly hair adventures. And of course, you guys know I have my very, very famous Wright hair care products that are so fade-free. Don't forget to follow me on all the social media platforms. You know what I say when I'm always signing out. A whole lot of love, a whole lot of peace, and a whole lot of hair. And if you don't like hair, can't stand hair, ain't got no hair, can't grow no hair, you might even want to cut it off, but you still like watching hair porn, don't worry about it, guys. Just rub your beautiful bald head. Why? Because bald heads are beautiful too. Thank you.